We've got so many of you writing in on Ask Cricbuzz Live. And we've had a few questions coming in, 6 or 7 in fact. We've picked one, which I think is very pertinent in the context of the fact that Bangalore are now out. Unfortunately, Kohli finished his captaincy run without title, says Siddesh Singh. What will be his legacy as Bangalore's captain? Ajay, I'll let you take that first.
Oh, I mean, watching IPL for 15 years, I don't think, except for Mahendra Singh Dhoni, who's probably been there with the side for that long, and he's still around. So we still haven't seen a legacy in this IPL. I mean, I remember one of the captains we've had, who's president of the board today, played for Kolkata, thrown out after 3 years, dismissed. Virendra Sehwag dismissed from Delhi. So I don't think this is a format or a game where legacies matter. His legacy will be remembered in Indian cricket for a very, very long time. And I think his biggest legacy in cricket would be that he was probably the first captain who actually turned around the thought process of Indian cricket towards fitness, that he followed somebody. But fast bowling is something that he has appreciated more than any other captain that has led India. IPL captaincy legacies, I know fans of each team would look at it differently, but I look from a player's point of view. You'd only get something back if you give something to the players, and what players have seen in the last 15 years with franchise owners and managers and coaches, that you've used people and you've thrown them away. But yes, Virat Kohli would have liked to have won. He's a winner. He doesn't like losing. He'd be very sad. He'd probably feel that he could have done something, and that's something that is always going to stay.
140 matches as captain, 66 won, 70 lost. Michael Vaughan, you've led your nation with aplomb. What is your takeaway of Virat Kohli, the captain, which he will no longer perform for this franchise?
To be honest, I led the England side in Test cricket quite nicely. In one-day cricket, I was useless. So it's not always that you are brilliant at leading all the different formats. And I'm with Ajay. I think in terms of what Virat's done with the Test team and Test match cricket and developing that Indian Test match team, terrific. You'd have to say and be honest that in one-day cricket, T20 cricket, both with the national side so far and with the Royal Challengers Bangalore, he's fallen a long way short, because the talent and the squads that he has to work with is right up there with the best. So the RCB team, over the years, very top heavy with the batting. This year, with the quality of Maxwell and Harshal Patel and Yuvi Chahal, they had the bowling to match the batting, and they've fallen short. So his legacy as a captain in IPL cricket will be one that didn't win. And that's what it's about. High-level sport is about getting over the line, winning trophies, particularly when you're at the standard of what Virat Kohli is at. And he'll be the first to admit that he'll see himself as and I'm certainly not saying he is, but he will see himself, because he's such a driven player and a driven person, as a failure in IPL captaincy, because he's not got that trophy in his hands. He's got one more stab at it with the Indian team in the T20 World Cup. He's got a great chance, because India will have certainly all the skill sets, both bowling and batting, on the wickets that we've seen in the IPL. I'm sure they'll be the same for the World Cup. India have got the spin, they've got the pace, they've got the power, they've got the combinations with the bat in the hand to go on and win that T20 World Cup. And that's his last stab in 2020 cricket. He'll have another go at 50-over cricket in a couple of years' time. But in T20 cricket, I think he'll be the first to admit that he'll be disappointed that he's not had an IPL trophy.